Okay, here we go. The big moment. The ribbon cutting on the showroom. Joe and Chris from Patriot Mechanical Plumbing Services going to cut the ribbon. Red ribbon. Who's got the scissors?
I got the scissors.
Chris has got the scissors.
Here we go.
Count
Here we
down.
are. Countdown. 3, 2, 1. Yay!
Yay! Just so people know, what's your location here?
Here at 618 North Reading Avenue in Boyertown, home of the once Haza's Seafood. Here right along the main strip, right down the street from Route 100, so it's easy on access and easy back on to Route 100. You can't miss it.
Okay, Joe Pascal. Joe, we're going to go inside and check out what you have in there and talk about all the things you have to add here and offer. But I love this. It looks good inside.
We also like to thank all the people that came here this morning so early in the morning to welcome the new grand opening of the showroom.
Can we give a quick intro here? Do you mind if everybody?
No, I don't mind at all. This here is Dorothy, who has helped out a lot. Her last name is Pascal, by the way.
Is she related to you?
Yes, that is my lovely wife.
Okay.
And over here is my sister, Nanette, who came up from South Carolina just to be with us today. Then that's Skews. This is my old neighbor, John, right here. And this is Trouble here. This is John also. And in the back here is Jerry Tyson. And hiding back to the trees there is Jim, who doesn't want to be on camera, but that's okay. We'll get him.
And who's the gentleman behind you?
And of course,
He's
this
dressed
is
like you.
and this is Chris. Chris can say his own words.
I'm Chris Wabish. I've worked with Joe for the past going on 13 years now, and it's been an adventure.
Well put. I've been with him for about 20 minutes, and it's been an adventure already. All right,
Okay.
let's check out inside. Joe, we got the cameras here. This is it? This is your show? Let's go over here by the sinks.
Okay.
This feels nice, first of all. What made you decide to open up a showroom? Because before you worked out of your house.
Right, we worked at a house, my son-in-law and I, for many, many years, and we decided to serve our customers better, that we would open a showroom to be more personalized to our customers when they're redoing bathrooms or their kitchen, or simply just want to upgrade systems in their house, such as their cooling or heating, whatever the case might be. And it's better that we're here. It's more personable. They can sit down. They can be a one-on-one with Chris, who they already know both of us very well, because most of our customers are repeat customers over the many years we've been servicing them, whether it's heating, air conditioning, water systems, changing faucets, putting in new cabinets, whatever the job for the customer might be that they need at the time.
Okay, now, ooh, is that Jim over here?
That is Jim, yes. That is Jim Epley, a good friend of ours here. And, of course, he would be here this morning helping out, of course. And Jim's been a longtime customer and friend of Patriot. So Jim came
Thanks, Jim.
to support us in the grand opening. Good morning. And what are you looking for? Jim, I believe, is looking for a new well pump soon. Yes. Yeah.
Not today, though. Huh?
Not today. Yeah, we're a little busy today, so we'll be today, though. You know. So.
Well, I've seen all this product. Where do you want to start? What do you want to talk about first?
How about we start right over here, right near where Jim was standing here? Okay.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
All right, Joe. This was the first thing you want to start out. Now, out there, it's still hot, so my thought would be cooling, but it is going to start getting cold. This could take care of both heating and cooling, right?
Yes, that's correct, Al. This here is what they call a Minisplit. This one's particularly made by Samsung, was an extremely good unit. That's one reason we like to sell it, because we like to go with the name brand products that have a lot of testing done, okay, a lot of performance testing as well, okay, before you put it in somebody's home. Samsung certainly has done that over the many, many years that they sell these Minisplits. They're basically new in the United States. They're only here about 10, 15 years, but overseas they're extremely popular. And Samsung leads the industry in that. So that's one reason we sell the Samsung unit. Now, if you might ask us, where might we put this in our home? Okay, and what we're going to say is somewhere where there's ductwork would be impossible to put in at the time, or the cost might be too much for ductwork. These here, this is the outdoor unit, Al. Okay, so simply this would sit out on side, much like this white. This represents the pad it would sit on, okay, which we would put stone underneath it. And then simply there would be a line set, okay, it would come in, it would be the piping, and it would run to this here, indoor unit. And this is all you would see on the indoor, okay? And simply this would do the heating and the cooling indoor. Now, to make the room more comfortable, there's a fan in here, okay, with vanes, and the vanes can go either way in the room that you like. If you like it oscillating, it'll oscillate. If you like it at one point or another during the day, that can do it. And you can control this all by one device sitting on your lounge chair with this remote. You can put it in heating, you can put it in cooling, you can turn it off, you can turn it on, of course, or you can schedule it for vacation time. Whatever you like, a daily schedule, it just simply doesn't matter. They work very well. This one here, particular model, just for remote, runs off of batteries, like every other normal TV remote. Works really well, and people seem to like the comfortability in their homes. Or we do it a lot of times where people don't have a lot of money to spend, and they have a particular room that they really, really spend a lot of time in, and they want better control on the temperature, and that's where we come in, and Chris and I install that on this here.
Does this go into a wall? Have to go into a window or what?
Well, you can see it on this display here, as the way it's split. This is your wall, this backdrop here, and that's how it sits on there. And this here is the fin that'll open and close here for the fan to come out to blow the cool or the heat across the room and whatnot. Now, you can see that up top here, this is the filter. This draws the air in here. It draws it from the top of the room, and then it comes out through here. So it does the total cooling and the heating at a comfortable pace. Okay, so it takes its time and it cools the room off. And lo and behold, you know you're very comfortable in the room. Works very well.
How many of these units could you install in a house? You just stick with one?
No, you can actually sell. What they have is they have a unit like this, and there's like 3 or 4 outlets on the back of it for the line sets that can carry the refrigerant, and you can have one unit outside and have up to 4 heads for one home. Okay, one side of the house, and then put an additional one on it if you want to do 8. But that's very rarely done. 4 is the most you want to do in one house, as we've done, I should say. And this little monitor here, Al, this is our work and past things we've done here with a few of, this is the McFadden boys that were helping us out. And that's on a commercial job. And then we have this for today, especially just for today, showing different work we did through the years, Chris and I.
Do you want to get into price? How much something like this would cost, like base price, and then how high?
Basically, this would be somewhere around $2,500 installed, somewhere in there, you know. Again, Al, it depends on the installation, what the home's like too, how big of an area you're going to do. I'm talking like a very small room, okay? But if it's a larger room, then obviously you're going to need a larger room, a larger unit, and the price is going to change and whatnot. Depends on the installation of the home, okay, how much, you know, how well it's insulated, whether we could use this or we have to go up to another size. So for a small room, insulated well, okay, you're somewhere around $2,500 in that ball range there, which is nice.
Okay, Joe and I are now in the shower together. Joe, you look a little uncomfortable. We're just talking, Dottie. All right, I see that's a Kohler. Now, what button did you just push there?
Now, Al, this here is the Kohler shower, and you can see, okay, the controls for the temperature are right here on the wall, okay, and you will see the shower head come on here, and that's a nice gray. This here is a rain shower. Wow. And if you put a number 2 here, you see the body sprays that more or less massage your body as you're taking a shower, you know, help it relax while you're doing that, okay? And this is a nice feature. You can see all 3 working at one time to help rinse yourself off and help you relax as you're taking a shower. It helps especially for those ladies, I'm told, that have long hair.
Right.
To help rinse off the suds off their hair.
Plus, that'd be good for getting your back.
Yeah.
The two on the side there or other things.
Absolutely. If your back is bad, you can turn up the temperature right here. It'll be all regulated, and you can put the hot water on your back, which is really, really nice.
Now we have two outputs in this shower?
Well, this is display here. This is obviously the fancier type shower in here. But we have the simple shower, the families have in their homes, we found out in our area here. And this here is the Moen Chateau single handle shower diverter. And it's very simple to use. You just roll the handle up and it hits the hot and the cold. And it's easier for young people to regulate.
I love that temperature controller. That's got to be a big hit with people.
It is a very nice feature to have, especially when you're getting in the shower in the morning. Yep. Or the evening you're tired, you can set the temperature. And after you use it 5 or 6 times, you know what temperatures you like. You just hit that temperature, and voila, you walk in there and you're nice and comfortable, and a lot less to worry about.
And I see you have Kohler and Moen. I recognize those names, big names.
Oh, well, Kohler and Moen are very good manufacturers of shower diverters and whatnot. Once you have them in your home, many of the times, the manufacturers will even replace their cartridges for a lifetime, which is nice. The homeowner can just call Moen up, for instance, say, look, my cartridge is no good, can you send one out? And they will do that. They're very good like that, which is a nice feature we like for our homeowners to have.
All right, Joe, time for a little vanity.
Don't quit your day job, okay?
No. I might not have a choice. All right. So here we go. I never understood the term vanity, but what did we have here? Like 8 of them total? Good variety.
More than that, okay? Yeah, it was math class, Al.
Okay.
Listen, these vanities here, we tried to pick out a cross-section for people, for what areas of the home they're doing, and mostly for their budget. These here are a little lower cost, but they're nice-looking vanities. It's a smaller, powder room. Maybe the kids are using a lot and they don't want to put a lot of money. We kind of use this cross-section here of vanities and tops and faucets. You can see that these 3 here faucets, these are the Moen again, okay? And they're very easy and simple to use and to help keep clean. Kids' bathroom, you want something that's simple, easy to clean, and quick. So these vanities here represent that sort of thing. Now, naturally, Al, this is a little fancier.
I like that one.
Okay, this is like going like a master bath, not really a children's, where the kids are, using the bathroom. This here is a fancy faucet. You can see the brass is on this here. This here is a Kohler faucet that's used, and it has like that antique look to it, to kind of give a little touch to the bathroom. Usually people, when they go with the antique look, then they'll follow it through with the accessories around the bathroom, or what type of fixture they might use. For instance, the toilet, they might go with like an antique looking toilet, such as a Kohler Devonshire, and the same with, the bathroom shower fixture as well, whatever they're going to use here. And then, it all depends, too, what the cabinet configuration that people want is also very important to people. Do they want 2 drawers? Do they want 1 door? And somehow, don't ask me why, but when they're redesigning their bathrooms, that becomes a very important issue, okay? And then, of course, color is absolutely a big thing, but usually the husband has no say in that. No. Okay?
You probably didn't either, right?
No, I don't have either. I just sit there and say, well, and one day they might like, a white vanity, and then, of course, they want a black vanity, It all depends what day. It's never written black and white.
What's just the advantage of having a showroom? You can show people physically what's here.
Right. Well, that's where this variety of picking things out. That's what Chris and I found out, that people want the variety to come in. And here, out on this side, you can see vanities. These might be used more in like the master bathroom. This style here. We have the Shiloh here. by the foremost people, the foremost cabinet company. And they could see you might use that like in a powder room or a tight area.
I like that.
Yeah, it is nice, isn't it? Yeah, and it has the door here. You know, they can open up and store your little things with little shelves on here. I particularly like this cabinet. Chris isn't too crazy about it himself, but we did bring it in. And it has a nice faucet on here where you control, everybody knows, how to control the temperature they want there on a faucet with, whether it be at one handle or two handle, Don't tell Gus that, all right? Listen, this here is the Palermo. We have people still coming in for the, come on in, Robert and Gretchen here.
Welcome.
Regular time customers, very long time Hi, Robert. How you doing? Gretchen, how you doing? Very nice. They came in this morning for the grand opening. They're going to walk around.
And you're going to be on
Everyone's in
TV.
the
What an
back.
added treat.
They're waiting for you. Thank you very much. Okay. And make sure you say a prayer on the way back. Okay. And this is the Palermo sink. Now, this is a molded sink, so this is a little different. Some people like that. You know what I mean? And then there's some storage here. And you would use this basically like for a small powder room or master bathroom, where you want to keep space. You want it to have maybe have a larger tub or a larger shower, and you want to save space. Or some people do a his and hers vanities with the Palermos right next to each other. This is the Worthington cabinet here, and again, this is two drawer and a single cabinet, but it has different configurations that it comes in different colors, and we have samples here of the different colors here at the showroom that are available to people. And then, of course, this classic-looking Arista here that is very nice. I like that one myself. It's very nice.
Talking prices, what can we go base to higher?
Well, vanities range, and that's why in this part, when we have many different cabinets, but, these cabinets here are very reasonably priced. You're talking under $1,700 for the fancy cabinets here in the showroom. And then, all depends what faucet. You can go faucet from 100, of course, to 600. Depends what style you might. And that's what we try to do with faucets. Try to meet people's budget and look that they want to have and convenience that they want to have. And we try to get that all in one to make it comfortable, for their bathrooms. You can see that this faucet here has an antique-like look to it, okay, on this unit here. And then you have your standard chrome finish there, and there is a brushed nickel, and, of course, your brass. People who still are some people who like the brass,
All right, Joe, we got a water softener here, but also we have a lovely customer with a beautiful smile. Who is she?
Beautiful smile. That's my lovely daughter, Christina. You
got your mom's looks. You're lucky.
Thanks, Al, for that. Listen, Christina just walked into the showroom, and I know she's trying to talk her husband into getting a water softener. So then this is where we just happen to be. And this particular softener, it has a control head on it that is controlled all by itself, okay? You don't have to worry about nothing. It's a metered head. So what that means is if you happen to use more water in 1 month than another, it'll meter that. So it doesn't go in and clean itself all at once. It'll meter itself when it needs to clean. And at that time, what happens is it'll reverse the flow. And it'll clean the media out here to start all fresh and new. And this container right here, this is where you put the salt, okay? And it's very easy. Just open up the bag, dump it in there, okay? And that's it. Now this here is a working one. Well, actually they work so well, we put one in the office, in the showroom here rather, for people to see how the meter head works, how it's controlled, how it saves money because it doesn't go into that control work where it cleans itself every once in a while, to help save money on the water and the salt. And the electric one is only 24 volts here that's plugged into the wall, so very little electric. Now, Christopher, Christina's husband, if you will, Chris's lovely wife, and his better half, okay, was doing a job. We replaced the water softener, and here, Chris says, you know, I really like to put this in a showroom because this is never used anymore. It's an antique water softener, and how we've come through different stages here of water softening. You could see that the customer at one point would have to turn his handle and do it all by hand. And, you know, that simply is just not the case anymore, where everything is controlled electronically. At this point, it controls itself when to go into clean out, like what time, I should say, when to clean itself. It also says the different amounts, and you can also set the hardness. Like in the Pottstown area, the water's extremely hard. You're talking somewhere between 20 and 27 grains hardness for that water. So we can go in here, Al, and set what hardness they have for each home. And that constitutes, when it's metering itself, when to clean the inside of this tank here so they have the freshest and brightest water to go through on that. Okay, and another working system we have right here beside our beautiful model, Christina. I didn't make her blush or anything.
He loves you.
Yeah, of course, of course. This is our air conditioning and furnace system here. This one happens to be a working gas system because we like to have our working systems here for people to see. You know, this hands-on, we can change, you know, different temperatures or whatever. Okay, and this is a variable speed fan in here that's energy efficient. Energy is the big thing today, how we can save energy in our homes to save money and help the environment as well. I think people like that these days. Okay, and this part here is the gas furnace, and the fan is down here, and the furnace itself is up here. It's the gas. And this box here, you can see what is for the air conditioner. That's the line set that's going outside to the condenser. And this here, Al, this is our, excuse our grand opening balloon. Sure, Al, thank you. You're so helpful. Listen, this is our thermostat here. I know it doesn't look like a thermostat, but however, you can see our stripe across there is kind of our logo, Patriot Mechanical and Plumbing Services. But Al, we put a chip in there, and that's how to picture up. Now, you can put your pictures of your family on your thermostat, and it doesn't look like a thermostat. And then when you go over to hit it, okay, voila, the thermostat shows. So, you know, it helps to have that home feeling in it. You know, we have the outside temperature, what temperature it is here now. And here you'll see a working degrees of how much the condenser outside is working. And today it's so extremely hot, it's working at 100% right now with so many people in here. Okay, it also has the weather in it, okay, what modes is in, and you just simply hit the thing here, and this is the humidity that is at right now, what it's in here, and what's happening outside, the relative humidity, okay? And it happens to go, when your filter needs to be cleaned, there's 0 days left, so our filters are real good. And talking about filters, you can see, for our customers, we like to use the extra wide filter, okay, extra thick filter coming through here. Yeah, it is very nice, and it takes out a lot more allergy things that help happen, you know, through the air and whatnot. Okay, it also shows the weather on here. So if you're taking your kids, you miss the weather, you just come right over your thermostat. It's 88 outside in here right now. Well, it's 74 in here right now, and it's 92 outside today. God help us, right? Another heat wave.
Mid-September.
Right. So you need a good, dependable system. Now outside, we also have the condenser where the people can see the condenser working, and it's so quiet. You can put it on your deck, and you'll never hear it running. It's extremely quiet, and it's also extremely energy efficient. What Christina likes. Okay, Christina wants to have this in her home so she can save money to buy, you know, more things for her pool, for instance, you know, that sort of thing. Or go more trips to, you know, to the islands as Christina likes, you know. So you can see how handy, just for instance, just a quick thing of all this does on this thermostat. Also gives the model and the serial number. It also shows us, that if we go to the home, if there's something wrong, the history of what the system went through in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And that helps us diagnose it faster and more to the point. So it's an extremely good system. We really like it a lot. This is the American Standard line here in this particular system.
Joe, you have all these great products. Your new showroom. People want to come in. Is it going to be open all the time? Are they going to call for an appointment? You or Chris are going to be around. What's the best way to do it?
Well, we find that people in the past schedules are so tight now that people need, like, if they're designing a bathroom, they need their own time, and sometimes it might take an hour, or it might take them 3 hours to picking out, what they want, whether it's vanities or air conditioner system. So people like their own time, so they can set a schedule. For instance, if it's 6 o'clock, hey Joe, I don't get home till like 6:30. Can we meet at the showroom or at our house? We're like, yeah, sure. But we find that they come into the showroom, it's much easier because they have more variety, especially if they're redesigning a kitchen or a bathroom, or a heating and cooling system, And these things are a lot of money, Al. I mean, come on. So you have to be precise. You got to know what you're doing, when you're going to do it. And here's the other big thing with Chris and I. We do not, okay, we have a mechanical issue right here. So you never know when anything's going to break down. Better call Joe and Chris. There we go. So anyway, where was I, Al? Here's the other important thing, Al, before you interrupt me.
I'm sorry.
Okay? When Chris and I are doing a job, such like an install, okay, of a heating system, it's a lot of money for a family. So it's an investment. Or we're redoing a bathroom or simply putting in a mini-split system, okay? We don't leave your house, okay, until the project's done. In other words, what I'm trying to say is we don't take the deposit, show up a month later, start to install, leave for 3 days. Now, we get the deposit. We're going to tell you when we're going to start, and we will stay there until it's finished. And we found that's the best because then the homeowner is more familiar with what's going on with the system. They can schedule better what they have planned to do. Okay, because people are extremely busy and they have to take their children here or there, or they have to have their parents come over, watch the kids, whatever the situation is. So that's extremely important for us, Chris, to stay, whether we're doing an install, like I said, of the heating system or redoing a bathroom, we will stay there until it's finished, and we won't leave the job and go start another job, which happens quite often. But that is not our policy. That is not our policy. We stay there until the job is finished.
Joe, I got to say, you guys had a nice spread here of food for your grand opening. Do you mind?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. What we're looking at here?
We like that. This is our kitchen. Obviously, we have it open here for a grand opening while everybody's in the back there having a good time, scared of the camera. But here is a kitchen faucet, and it's very, very handy that we like, that our customers, we found out, like a lot. Now, right now it looks off, okay, but it's a hands-free faucet, okay? There's a Kohler faucet, so it's already high quality, and you just simply stick your hand under there, okay? Temperature's already set, and you let the water run, fill the sink as much as you want as you're washing off your vegetables, okay? And then just simply run your hand underneath it, and voila, it shuts right off. So it's extremely handy, extremely dependable, okay? And then look here, Al. If you want to wash off some pots and pans, and it swivels as well. So it makes it really handy, whatever you're washing, whatever food you're washing out, filling your spaghetti pots or, your meatballs or your spaghettis. Whatever, your vegetables that you're making for dinner. Somebody might say to himself, oh, I don't need that gadget. That's not. But the thing is, when you got 3 kids or 2 kids, and then the husband, of course, right? We know how that goes. Okay, and you're washing a pot, and your hands are full or it's hot, you just simply, okay, and you wash your vegetables off, you walk away, that's it. And you're ready to serve or put it on the stove, whatever you like. So people find that's, once it's in, that they will use that touchless all the time.
Yeah, that's going to be a big hit, especially with the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be chauvinistic, but...
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Because let's face it, Al, anybody cooks like you, we're in trouble.
Right. Well, I'm the microwave and that's
I'm the same way. I burn water.
Joe, this is new here, the showroom, but you've been around this area for a while. I mean, I've seen these people coming in who've known you as customers for ages. So how long have you been around this area?
Al, we've been doing residential plumbing and light commercial plumbing and heating, air conditioning, for over 20 years now in this area. And as my son-in-law said to me one day, we have to go into something different. And once we brainstormed, the both of us, over a long period of time and different things that we might do, this was the best alternative for us that could serve our customers the best. And yes, our customers, we do very little advertising over the last 20 years. Basically, our advertising budget was maybe $20. But now, because we have the showroom, okay, obviously we have to open that up. And many of the people that will be watching today were like, hey, I know Joe, I know Chris. They've been here several different times, but we have never really done our because we have repeat customers, obviously, that come through every year for us, and they know us, and basically a lot about our families, and we know a lot about their families. That's how long we've been serving them, in their needs, in their plumbing and heating and air conditioning needs.
We show all these products, but I guess nothing can beat customer service. And when you have good customer service, you get repeat customers.
Right. Well, nothing beats word of mouth. Absolutely nothing. Because a neighbor will talk, or relatives, I got a clogged sink, Thanksgiving or whatever. Who am I going to call? And so they will call us. Hey, look, I used Joe and Chris, called them up. They'll take care of you. Don't worry about it. They'll take care of what your needs are. At a reasonable price, which is good. Good service at a reasonable price is what we always try to put out there with quality products.